is the only female child I have, Papa Naimeka. Look at me. I want to join the women's meeting, you refuse. I want to do Xoxo, you refuse. Papa Naimeka, allow this child go to school.
Woman, you are only meant to cook for us in the house, take care of us, and that is all.
Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm so sorry. See this sore throat, I think I'm having malaria. I don't know. I feel like I need to see a doctor because this is just not going anywhere. I don't know why. So today I decided to just rest my voice, which is why I wasn't even here in the first place. And now that I'm here, to be honest, I'm struggling. I just thought it would be nice to just come here and, you know, show my face and say a few things to you guys, okay? The housemates had a task today. It was courtesy of Tecno Mobile, and to be very honest, I did not even follow the initial ones they did. What I saw them do and what I enjoyed the most was the part where each team had to act out a drama, you know, making sure to pass a message across to, you know, the general public. So I'm just going to read out the names of the teams, even though I did not get the name of the last team, but let's just do this, okay? For team exclusive, we had White Money, we had Michael, we had Pere, we had Liquorose, and we had Emmanuel. And you know, basically the message they were trying to pass across to us was drug abuse. As much as they did not complete their sins and all of that, we sure did understand that they were trying to talk about drug abuse and, you know, the adverse effect it has on us as, you know, a people and all of that. So yes, they did not finish, but you know, the storyline was nice. I think they dragged it a bit with the whole welcoming of their son. White Money was the father, Liquorose was the mother, Pere was the son who just came back from Yankee and started, you know, taking his coke and all of that. So of course, Michael was the Ichie that, you know, had the swag and, you know, that had the ability to call on some powers that be or whatever to try to heal the guy. And, you know, because of the time, we didn't see the end of their storyline, okay? Now, for the next team, we had Team Excellent, and that included Angel, J. Paul, Nini, JMK, and Peace. And to be honest, their name Excellence was actually depicted in their storyline today. It was more of abuse in marriage, and the man is constantly beating his wife, and you know, the wife still remains in that marriage, perhaps because of what people would say or just how people would look at her as a person. And you know, she decides to endure and endure. Her friends were telling her, oh, you don't have to endure, love is not pain, love is not pain, you cannot always equate love to pain, don't do that, this man is going to kill you. But I mean, she was there. Every time the man beats her, he comes back to beg her with a gift, up until the day he was drunk and beat her to death. You know, so that was the message that's been passed across. And to be honest, they did a fantastic job when it came to passing across that message. Angel obviously was their narrator. We had J. Paul who was shooting. Oh, I didn't mention, for the other team, Emmanuel was the one behind the camera, you know. So for each team, you have a member of your team holding the Tecno Mobile and recording all the actions and all of that. So Emmanuel did that of Team Exclusive. And for Team Excellent, J. Paul was in charge of the camera, and to be honest, he did a fantastic job. I love the fact that they were able to time themselves with a drum, because they had 7 minutes in total to act out all their sins. You know, Nini was the wife who was always beat up by her husband, JMK. To be very honest, JMK looked like a man with the makeup. It was so nice. Even Biggie commended her and said, your makeup artist did a fantastic job. You know, Biggie was like, Mr. JMK, your makeup artist did a fantastic job. Of course, she did her makeup herself. It was really, really beautiful. And of course, we had Peace as the friend. Peace and Angel were actually friends of Nini, and they would always come to tell her, look, you don't have to die here, you know, this man will beat you to death and all of that, up until it happened. That message was really easy to understand. They hit the nail on the head, if you ask me, okay? Now for team 3, we had Team Exceptional, and that included Sammy, Jackie B, Boma, Saga, and Cross. Okay, now for these people, they were trying to pass a message across, and this message is, you don't have to marry off your child, you know, just because you don't have money. You don't have to marry off your girl child to a wealthy man, you know, just because of poverty and, you know, hardship. You decide to marry off your underage child to the man, because apparently Jackie B was about 13 in the story, if I'm not mistaken, 13 or 14. Saga was the dad, Cross was the rich man who had a lot of money, and already had 4 wives. And of course we had Boma, who was the headmaster. So the storyline was, you know, Jackie B was trying to run away from home because her dad Saga was trying to marry her off to Cross. You know, on her way she met with her headmaster, Mr. Boma, who then eventually came to her house and convinced her dad to let her go to school, because I mean she wanted to be a banker and all of that. And I feel like they also passed their message across. And these are things that happen in our environment. This is not, you know, oh, film or story. No, these things actually happen, and they still do even in our 21st century. And it's crazy. Okay, we all deserve a fair chance, and I feel like the last team, which I did not get their name sadly enough, actually passed that message across. Now for the 4th team, we had Maria, we had Yusuf, we had Queen, we had Saskay, and we had Tega. Now the theme message for this team was actually gender equality and the girl child education. Okay, of course these things we see it every time a family has sons and daughters and they train only the sons, and they assume that the girl child just has to remain in the kitchen. Her duty is just to please the man and be in the kitchen. That was obviously the storyline these people had. Yusuf was the dad, Queen was the daughter, who was very brilliant, but because she's a girl child, she was denied the same educational privileges her other brothers had. You know, Tega was the mom, who obviously is a woman, you know, a contemporary African woman who they did not send to school, who they just married off to a man, you know, without allowing her achieve her dreams as an individual, other than as a woman who just needs to be in the kitchen and all of that. And of course we see Queen, you know, running off to school. When they ask her to go and hawk, she would just stand by the window and, you know, pay attention to what our teacher Maria was teaching in class. And, you know, she would always answer questions. She was even smarter than the people who their parents had sent to school, according to Maria, who was the teacher. So Maria comes to the house to try to convince Tega to see that their girl child Queen goes to school, because for her the girl is very brilliant, she has a bright future. And Tega is like, no, I'm not going to let the same thing that happened to me happen to my only daughter. I'm going to see to it that she goes to school, even if it means selling the last fabric that I have. Of course we know these things happen. Of course we know these things are evident in a lot of homes. So, you know, she made sure of that. And at the end of everything, Queen became successful. She became an accountant, and her dad Yusuf, who did not see the importance of education in the first place, became a proud father of an accountant. And, you know, that storyline was also very nice. I feel like all 4 teams had a very unique message, and, you know, these messages are things that are pertinent in our communities. You know, we see these things every day, and it's almost like nothing is being done about it. I'm quite passionate about things like this. Again, like I always say, maybe because I did English and literature, obviously I read a lot of literary novels, and you'll see all of these things evident. So yeah, they did so well. Biggie is yet to announce the winners, because again, after they had the drama and all, Biggie told them that they had 30 minutes each to edit their plays, you know, with the phone, with the Tecno mobile phone, and then return it. So obviously he's going to grade them much later. So for now, there's been no winner announced, at least not that I know of. If I get any information, I'm definitely going to bring that to you guys. Okay, now very briefly, let's talk about Saga and Nini. Okay, of course there's been conversations here and there. You know, obviously Saga is tired of just being the side guy, you know, so to speak, because I mean Nini says she has a boyfriend, and I feel like Saga has been able to handle this whole situation well. You understand that he has deep feelings for Nini, but Nini on her part says she has a boyfriend who she loves so much. But then these two people kind of spend time together, you know, they're always laughing together, always in the same bed and all of that. And of course we cannot excuse the fact that emotions will definitely set in. Saga obviously cannot take it anymore, plus he was complaining to Saskay earlier today while they were playing snookers that, you know, the way Nini has been behaving for some time now, he doesn't really understand it. For him, in his best knowledge, he feels like he's been handling the whole situation well, so he doesn't understand her attitude and all of that. And Saskay is like, okay, but you know she has a boyfriend outside. And the guy's like, oh, she got a boyfriend outside, but then she'll be sitting on my own lap for 2 hours doing all of that.
She's trying to protect her relationship with you.
By sitting on post lap for 2 hours. I beg you, so you don't, if you never cast, don't cast, Jerry. I beg, leave that one.
So obviously we know this thing is not easy. Even if you like say, oh no, I'm not going to catch feelings, we are good, you know, nothing attached, that's a lie. At some point you get tired of that, because obviously you want more, you know. So that's the stage where Saga and Nini are right now. You know, Saga is like, you know, when I'm with someone, I want to be with that person. I don't like being here and being there. And you know, right now I don't understand what is going on with Nini, so I might as well, you know, give her some space. And you know, today we could clearly see that Nini and Saga did not spend time together. Now if you ask me, I'm just going to be like, Saga, give this girl a chance, okay? Let her be. You know, if she wants to be with you, then let her make it clear. If she's not making it clear, then just cut her some slack. Let it not be that, you know, we're going to be having a repetition of you know who already from the last season. You know, I found this picture on the internet today and it cracked me up. I'm like, who did this? Like, who did this? It was so hilarious to see. It was really perfect, and I felt like I should just show you guys, and by that you already know who I was referring to, by our faves from the other season, right? Now, still in the same conversation Saskay was having with Saga, Saskay also pointed out that at this point in time it feels like she has given up on the relationship outside.
God knows I've given up. If when I come out, the ones to say,
Do you understand?
I've given up.
Tracing my own.
She has given up on that relationship. You know, if she goes out and it works, fine. If she goes out it doesn't, fine. So I feel like this is the point where either Cross or J Paul just, you know, tries a little bit harder, because again, you guys know I'm a sucker for love. I don't care what anybody has to say. But okay, my voice cares what I say because it just cracked at this point. But yes, Cross and Saskay also had a conversation, you know, where Cross was like, oh, I like you, and then the thing is, you always give me this attitude, I want you to give me a chance and all of that. And Saskay is like, what do you mean by you want me to give you a chance? What exactly do you want me to do to prove to you that I'm giving you a chance? Because for all I know, I'm giving you a chance already. And he's like, oh really? But then you always give me this attitude.
what do you want me to do that will prove I am giving you a chance? Because I personally think I am giving you a chance right now. For real? Of course I am.
You guys, if you want to just toast the girl, toast her with your full chest, okay? I get it. Cross likes her. Cross is attracted to Saskay's personality and all of that, and he feels like she has a lot to offer, and you know, he's quite interested in figuring her out. And so for him, he feels like she's not giving him the same energy, and you know, they basically try to talk that out and stuff. Now at this point, I'm not going to say J Paul, where are you? Because clearly I don't think that Saskay sees J Paul in that light, and we cannot force it, even though we the outsiders, because yes, we're outsiders, even though we feel like they're good together and all of that, we cannot make those decisions for them. So we're just going to watch out to see how all of this pans out, okay? Guys, let me also tell you, Auntie Maria has actually been scoring the housemates. So like, I was seeing 65, I was seeing 70. I'm like, I know this small thing, you know, she take this job serious, because again, Biggie told her to do that, and obviously would expect that she follows through with Biggie's instructions. So what we don't know now is what Biggie is going to eventually do with those scores, because again, Biggie can just come up with anything. I told you guys the first day Biggie made this announcement of no eviction, no nomination and all of that, I told you guys I did not really believe Biggie, because for me, I feel like Biggie is full of surprises, and just letting eviction slide like that, I don't know how I feel about that. So we're just going to be on the lookout to see what eventually happens on Sunday, because again, Biggie's house, Biggie's rules, anything goes when it comes to Biggie, okay? Now guys, that's all the gist I have for you in this particular video. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section, and also let me know what you think about Saskay, Cross and J Paul situationship. Let me know what you think about Saga and Nini, okay? Thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much, and I will definitely see you on the next one. Bye guys.